Hello, it's Miss Thorne and Miss Thorne's dog. So I'm excited to talk to you today about actually one of my favorite books ever. I really love Ellen Hopkins, which I've probably told a lot of you a lot of times. If you don't remember who that is, she is the author for People Kill People. So if you loved People Kill People, you will love Burnt. It is my favorite Ellen Hopkins book. I've been waiting to talk to you guys about it, but there just hasn't been a copy available because the 6th grade have been reading it up and then it kind of disappeared. But Burned is about a high school, I think she's 16-year-old girl named Patton. She's growing up as a part of a Mormon church, a Mormon family, but a very specific church within that, which is cultish and has really strict rules that are holding them into just like a way of life that is very difficult and specific and cultish. And her father is an abusive alcoholic, which the church overlooks and her community overlooks. Not everyone at her school is Mormon, but they kind of live within their large family and their church, even though she goes to school with everybody else. So her father is abusive of her mom, and Patton herself ends up basically taking care of her many younger siblings. And she is, over the course of this novel, questioning her family's beliefs, her church's beliefs, wondering, what does it mean to really just be a teenage girl in the world, and having a coming of age that is even more difficult with the specific sect that she exists within, but also just with her father being who he is. But while all of this is going on, simultaneously, she is having her own love story. And I'm not going to tell you who it's with because I think that's part of the surprise and the wonderful part of the journey of the novel. But I think that it is beautiful and in a lot of ways realistic. And I think that Ellen Hopkins' writing is so beautiful that you can follow it like a thought process, but you can feel it viscerally, which is what my favorite part of it is. I think she chunks it really well. So if you love beautiful language, it's also the place for you. But I think if you love drama, especially, I'm looking at you if you like Paper Princess. But also I think that there's a good amount of action. I would say definitely not like a fighting kind of action, but if you love people wrestling with deep thoughts, this is a good space for that as well. And my favorite scene, I would say, is definitely the last scene. But if you're reading anything Ellen Hopkins, you gotta have a stomach for the sad and the awful, because she really doesn't turn away from any of that. I would say Burned is my favorite book by Ellen Hopkins. I'm giving it a 4 out of 4 stars because I really love this book, and it's a series. So if you love it, you can keep reading other books by her in the series or unrelated novels that deal with very similar issues. The author herself is a victim of abuse. So I think she comes from a really real place in her own writing.